have you tell us about yourselves here to get us started. Let's go right to left. Swing that microphone over to, this is Cameron, correct? Cameron, tell us about yourself.
My name is Cameron Lawson. I'm a junior at Moreau Forsyth High School, and I joined CEO to kind of get out of the classroom and learn more about the business aspects of things.
Very good. Very good. Swing that over to Ben. Ben, tell us about yourself and why you joined CEO.
Hi, I'm Ben Selmeyer. I'm from Warrensburg, Latham, and I joined CEO to learn more about starting a business and keeping that business running.
Very good. Conley, I know I've met you before. Welcome back. Tell us about yourself.
Yes, hello. My name's Conley Schick, and I'm a junior at Clinton High School. I joined the CEO program to kind of further decide what I want to do after high school and the route I want to take. I knew that this class would help me no matter what I want to go into.
Sure. And swing that microphone over to Ty. Ty, tell us about yourself, sir.
Morning, everybody. I'm Ty Meeker. I'm a senior at Blue Ridge High School. Kind of got involved with the CEO program just to be a little bit differentiating to my other classmates and wanted to kind of get outside of the classroom and experience what maybe life after school would be.
Sure. Tell me about, Ty, what you anticipated CEO would be like. Like, what was your expectation, and has it met that expectation?
To my own knowledge, I couldn't have grasped what it was going to be. So I went to a class visit last year, my junior year, to kind of get a feel for things and see what it was all about. And I grasped a little bit, but I truly did not understand the value of it, what was going to happen, how I was going to react to it, how everyone else was going to react to it, how this class became a family. Like, you don't understand until you're in the class.
Sure.
And even the first week, I still didn't understand. It took probably until 2-3 weeks into the class, I was like, okay, hey, this is worth it. This is awesome. And I got different values and different lessons from each and every day, which each and every day I learned something new. And
yeah, I bet it's cool.
The value grows every day.
Yeah, for sure. Conley, how about you? What did you know about CEO, and talk about your experience compared to that?
Yeah, so I actually didn't get to attend a class visit day last year. I never had time to make one. So I was kind of different from the other kids that I didn't really know what I was going into. I'd seen other friends of mine go through the class, and I kind of saw how they changed throughout that time period. But it's definitely exceeded my expectations in terms of how close we are as a class. It's definitely not like being in school and just getting your work done together. We have really all connected, and our work outside of class, there's a lot of it, but it's helped us definitely learn more about each other and grow closer.
Definitely. Ben, how about you? What did you know about CEO before you got started, and talk a little bit about your experience compared to that knowledge?
Yeah, so I was able to go to one of the class visit days, and I really enjoyed it. I liked how it was just a small group of people, and you got to learn about every aspect of business. And I mean, the first day I got to class, it was kind of weird. It was because, like, all these new people. But, I mean, like Ty said, after the first 2 or 3 weeks, everybody knew each other, and it wasn't anything different than a regular day at school.
Yeah.
And, I mean, as far as CEO goes, you get to get out of school, and it's just a different aspect of learning, but you're still learning.
Right, yeah.
Everything you need to know.
Yeah, definitely.
And I definitely like it a lot.
Sure.
So.
Cameron, what did you know about CEO before you got started?
I got to go to a class day and see what it was like, but I still kind of didn't know exactly what I was going into. We've definitely learned a lot, and
yeah, I thought Ben brought up a good point about, getting into a room with a bunch of people you all don't know. What was that like for you, Cameron?
It was definitely scary at first, but like to this point now, we've got along with each other and definitely new friendships that will last a lifetime.
Yeah. Ben, talk to me a little bit about the process of getting to know these people that you didn't know yourself. I mean, what types of things did Melanie Brown, your facilitator, what did she do to kind of push you all forward to get to know each other?
Yeah, so Melanie did a really good job. I mean, we immediately started with icebreakers, and I mean, we all definitely knew each other a little bit on the first day, and it just grew more and more every day.
Yeah.
And I mean, now it's just nothing. I mean, everybody knows everyone.
Right.
It's all family, basically.
Yeah. Conley, does it give you a good sense of what, reducing anxiety in the future of stepping into a room with someone you don't know, shaking their hand, and they're a person just like you. As you've gotten to know these people, talk a little bit about just kind of what this means for you going forward.
Yeah, so every day when we go into different businesses, we are meeting somebody completely new that most of us have never even seen before. So that's definitely helped a lot of us to grow our confidence. And that way, when we're going into a job interview in the future and we don't know the person in front of us, we can confidently shake their hand and say, this job is for me. And just present ourselves so well because of all the things that the CEO class has taught us.
Sure. And of course, Ty, as you're getting to know all these people, you're kind of thrown to the fire because you've got to get your badges ready. You've got to basically raise money from a professional standpoint for those. Speak to not knowing anyone, but you got to get down to work. How about that?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me and one of my classmates, Damien, who is also from Blue Ridge, is our representation in this CEO group has not been substantial in the past few years. So us coming and doing CEO is more than just for us and to learn. It's kind of to represent our community and kind of bring it out of the shadows of what people kind of think and the stereotype of what Farmer City and what Blue Ridge is. So that is kind of every day I kind of wake up and think like, hey, this is more than just for me. So that pushes and that helps, like the goals you talked about. Hey, you got to wake up and at the end of the day, we need to make money. So what do we have to accomplish those goals? And it's much easier to do that in an environment that is facilitated by Melanie Brown, who's really helped us a lot, as Ben touched on. So she brought us very close as a class, and that's made the whole process of these class businesses and every day coming to class so much easier.
Sure. Conley, as you're, learning the lessons of, making money, establishing a business plan, you're meeting with mentors and all of these things. You're also learning skills along the way. I know there's a concerted effort to, learn a strong handshake, look people in the eye, how to conduct yourself in a business meeting and those sorts of things. Speak to those lessons. What did that look like?
So some of the first days of CEO class, one of the things that we did, I guess, as a class was we had to go up to each other and shake each other's hands and say our names. And part of that was just to get to know each other better, but it was also practicing those skills that we'll need every day to go into site visits. So we did practice those beforehand, make sure that we knew what was expected of us and that we were going to execute it every day that we came into a site visit. So.
Yeah, definitely. What have you learned about yourself, Ben, along this journey? What's stood out to you about maybe the progress you've seen in yourself? How about that?
Yeah, I mean, CEO, it's fast-paced, but it's scheduled. So you always know what you're going to be doing, and something's always happening, and it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day. I mean, you keep going, you're getting your stuff done, and I think it really helps you out because once you get done with CEO, it's like, well, I got all this other stuff to do. I'm going to keep doing it.
Right, for sure.
Compared to school, it's just different. It really helps you.
Definitely. Cameron, talk to me a little bit about maybe an area that you have seen growth in for yourself. Like, was there, something that you early on a lesson you were like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this, and now you can do it with ease. Is there something that comes to mind for you?
Definitely speaking in front of people. Like the first day, I definitely was so nervous to just go even into class, and now I can definitely stand up and talk to people. And
yeah. Very good. Well, I know kind of one of the big things about the CEO program, guys, is your site visits. So tell me about your site visits, Cameron. What have been a few of your favorites?
A couple of my favorites was earlier in the year we went to a farm, B&B Farms. That was really fun. We got to drive a combine.
Nice.
And then recently we went to ADM. That was really cool, seeing the trade floor.
Yeah. Ben, site visits that are a favorite of yours?
Yeah, we went to Bloomington to a company called ATI, and they sell they market grain, all that type of stuff, and that was really cool to see how all that works, and we got to see their trade floor, and it was just really neat to see. And then ADM was also really neat.
Yeah.
As like Cami said, we got to see their trade floor and how all that works, and we got to talk to a lot of people that were higher up in ADM.
Yeah, cool.
So that was really cool to do.
Nice. Conley, how about you?
I'd have to agree that ADM was a really cool site visit, but I also really enjoyed going to Mellow Cream and visiting with Mark Dinsler.
Yeah. Get to try the donuts?
Yes,
Do you
we did.
have a favorite?
I'm a glazed donut person.
Yeah.
So
Their glazed donuts aren't bad.
They were very good.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. How about you, Ty? What site visits have stood out for you?
Kind of near the start of the year, one of my favorite site visits was the Brass Horn in Decatur, and solely from the purpose of not necessarily me being so involved and in love with, fancy clothes, but it was more the mindset of the business owner, the way he approached things and the way he told his story was very much alike what I hope and wish for myself.
Yeah.
And his decision making, I feel, is very similar to mine. So I was much more apt to kind of take in the words he was saying and put it into my own because it was much easier. And I just really loved all the words he was saying.
Sure. Again, students from the Central Illinois CEO program in studio with us here for today. And, of course, guys, group business is really the big thing right now. Ty, talk to me about your group business this year. You got 2 of them, actually.
Yeah. So, first of all, we had to get approved from our board, our Central Illinois CEO board, to do the 2 group businesses. And they touched on, when we asked, they were like, hey, this is not a normal thing. You're not supposed to be doing this. And we kind of sat there and asked the question, well, why not? So our group is incredibly ambitious. There's 13 of us, and we wake up every day and we grind and we grind and we grind. And they see that. And without that, they definitely would not have let us do the 2 group businesses. And we kind of have 2 different committees. So we both transfer back and forth between both businesses to help each other and kind of maintain that group camaraderie. But I am on the committee of the CEO Merchandise Swag Store. Shameless plug, Central Illinois CEO.company.site if you want to go check it out later. But we've got a little bit over, I think, around 15 products on our site now. We launch and design new designs almost every week. This week we launched our last new designs as the close date is this Friday, December 15th. So please get your orders in.
Yeah, so get those in now, for
but
sure.
it's going pretty well, and we're having a lot of fun with it, and we're partnering with a local business here in Clinton, C&P Customs, and they're helping us an immense amount. Yeah. So without them, we would be nowhere. So we'd love to shout them out and thank them for all their help.
Sure.
Yeah, it's been a great process.
Very good. Conley, tell us about the other portion of your class business.
Yeah, so our second group business is the Christmas decoration contest. The title kind of speaks for itself. It's a contest within our 4 different school districts where if your house is decorated, you can enter and compete with your neighbors on whose house is decorated the best. To that, it is between our 4 different school districts. So we have it Murrow, Forsyth, Clinton, Warrensburg, Latham, and Blue Ridge. And then there is also a miscellaneous division. So if you don't live within those school districts, you're still able to compete. There's also a People's Choice that'll be at the end, and we're going to post a photo of your house on social media, of course, if you want that to happen. And whoever gets the most likes or votes wins. So along with that, there's a $50 entry fee if you go to CICEO-Xmas-contest.com. You can enter there and fill out the Google form, and then email a photo or video of your house to CICEOXmas@gmail.com.
And where do folks find that? Where can they go to vote on their favorite decorated home?
Yeah, so those will be posted on Facebook and Instagram as soon as the deadline is hit that very next day. So Friday the 15th at midnight is your last opportunity to enter, and then that weekend we'll get those houses posted and everybody can go vote for whichever house they like.
Very good. So keep that in mind as those deadlines loom,
Yep.
and be a part of those if you want to. Very good. Let's wrap things up. Ben, tell me about what you're thinking. Of course, after the class business, we dive into the individual business. Ben, what are you thinking for your individual business?
Yeah, so my family, we sell freezer beef, if you've heard of ES Meats before. So I'm thinking I might do something along those lines. I really want to do like an autonomous like almost a meat vending machine, but not a vending machine. I want it to be some type of freezer where you can digitally order, and then you can open the freezer up, grab what you want, and be on your way.
That sounds ambitious. Nice.
Yeah, I want it to be just like away, so I don't have to be there all the time handling it. I don't have that kind of time. So I'm trying to figure out something that'll fit my time schedule.
Yeah,
and
cool.
Still be good. To
Very
make money.
good. Yeah. Cameron, how about you? What are you thinking for your individual business?
I'm kind of thinking about starting like my own business of making T-shirts and other products like that. Kind of like our swag store, but
Yeah.
kind of my own spin to it.
Yeah. Anything specific you want on those clothing items?
Just nothing specific, but thinking of maybe what people would want, something that's popular now.
Yeah. Very good. How about you, Conley?
Yeah, so I've been toying around with sublimation a little bit. We have some of those machines at home, so it's something I've definitely been experimenting with. I don't really have anything set in stone, of course, but making some car freshies, car coasters, different things like that would definitely be something I'm interested in.
Nice. And Ty, wrap us up. What are you thinking for your individual business?
Kind of similar to what Cameron was talking about in terms of clothing, but I'm known as kind of the Cali-looking kid around town. So long blonde hair, that's kind of who I am, who I've grown up to be. So I was kind of interested in creating my own like surf beach clothing line, and target audience would be kind of all around the country and you know, those southern states, western states, and I've got a lot of networks down there. So
Cool. Very good. Very good. Again, where do folks go to learn about your class business, Ty?
they need to go to centralillinoisceo.company.site.
Very good. Check it out there. Also on Facebook and Instagram. That's the students from the Central Illinois CEO program, and we will talk to some more of those students coming up on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW. Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, and good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Again, the students from the Central Illinois CEO program in studio with us here for today, and wrapping up with the final three students of the program. Damien, tell us about yourself, sir, and why you joined CEO.
My name's Damian Penny, and I'm from Blue Ridge. I'm a senior, and I joined CEO to really further my knowledge in the business aspect and figure out what I want to do after high school.
Sure, swing that over to Mikey. Mikey, tell us about yourself and why you joined CEO.
My name is Mikey Montemar. I'm a junior at Warrensburg Latham High School, and I joined CEO because I wanted to open up my own art business, and I knew CEO was the best way to do that.
Sure, and Gracie, how about you?
I'm Gracie Ross. I'm a senior from Warrensburg Latham, and I just wanted to network with a lot of people. I was not a social person before, and I wanted to open my aspect with business, and
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool.
Talk a little bit about where you've come along the most in your experience in the CEO program, Gracie.
I think I came along the most with networking with people, and that's what I came in here for. I didn't know a lot, and when I joined CEO, I learned so much. We went to so many places, and I think talking to people and getting social with everybody is the best aspect of it.
Yeah. Is a site visit stood out to you that you've enjoyed the most?
Probably there was one person who actually stood out to me the most was Carla Miller, and she was in the beginning of our CEO program when we first visited at the Hickory Point Bank, and she was just the best out of all.
Yeah, very good. How about you, Damien? Site visit stood out for you that you've enjoyed the most?
I would say probably the Brass Horn and ADM, just seeing how they operate things and like the work that goes behind it. So
Yeah, it's amazing what is in your backyard, but you don't know the extent to
Yeah.
what they do. Like ADM is the epitome of that for me.
Yeah.
You just don't realize all the stuff that goes on in there for sure. What have you what is a lesson that stood out to you that you've taken in so far?
I feel like confidence is definitely key to like, because that's like your first impression. So if you have a good first impression, it's a lot easier to make those connections.
Yeah, absolutely. Mikey, how about you? A site visit that stood out to you that you've enjoyed the most?
I really enjoyed ADM site visit because it was just so fun just getting to watch the trade floor and getting to speak with Chris Cuddy, and it was just amazing getting to listen to him.
Yeah. Well, let's dive into your individual businesses, guys. Gracie, what are you thinking for your individual business?
My business is wanting to be with plants and stuff. It's always like an eye opener to with the like anxiety aspect of it. A lot of teens these days struggle with a lot of anxiety, talking to people, this and that. And plants are known to open your everything about you. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And it's just healthy. It's nice. I want to sell plants, fake plants, real plants. I want to crochet like plant holders to hang on your walls and
Oh, cool.
essential oils to put in fake plants.
Nice.
To give the smell. People who aren't have a green thumb to want a fake plant but want the real aspect of one.
Yeah, for sure. Mikey, quickly tell me about your individual business.
My individual business idea is essentially just an online art shop where I'm selling my own works as well as other merchandise with my art on it, like keychains, prints, as well as many other products that I have in mind.
That's really cool. And Damien, wrap us up. Tell us about what you're thinking for your individual business.
Just like Ty and Cami, I was kind of thinking of like clothes or either like photography, just something that I was kind of interested in. And
Cool.
Seeing how far that could go.
Very good. Mikey, do you mind telling us just one more time where folks go for information on CEO and your class businesses?
So you can actually find both our group businesses on the CI CEO website, and you can find both links to our websites there. I should also mention the fact that both group businesses will be donating 5% of their profits to local charities that we have chosen to donate back to the community for the support that they've given for the CEO program.
Sure.
And all the profit that we will be making will also be going towards our individual businesses that we will be starting in the spring. So
Yep.
to support young entrepreneurs as well as the CEO program in general, please go check out our both group businesses you can find on Central
Gracie, I don't
Illinois
mean to,
CEO.
I don't mean to cut you off. I
You're
apologize for that, Mikey. Got to let you guys go. Thanks for coming out, students from the Central Illinois CEO program.